All right, welcome traders. Hey, today we're going to talk about one question that you've got to answer before every trade. So I want you to really be thinking about this today. We're having a great year. We're following our plan. We're up over 20% in just over 4 months on the year. So we're doing exactly what we should be doing. But I want to give you again more education and not just share a bunch of trades and numbers and stuff. I'll get back to doing that and we'll show you exactly what we're doing. But again, we're up over 20% for the year. But from an educational standpoint, I really want you guys to start to take some of these videos that I've been sharing and start to internalize these a bit. So, what's the one question you have to answer before every single trade? Okay. And for me, it's does this setup qualify under my written trading plan? Not, what do I think is going to happen? Not what's the chat say? Not my gut says this. Not some dude on YouTube or some guy on Twitter says to do this. Not how much can I make? Okay. The main question you should be asking before you put on any trade is, does this setup qualify under my written trading plan? Right? And you want to understand again, does it meet the defined criteria that you have in your trading plan? If the answer is yes, proceed. If the answer is anything but a clear yes, no, don't trade. Now, if the answer is yes, you can proceed, right? And this is the filter that's going to separate successful traders and systemic trading from gambling, okay, and unsuccessful traders. So without it, you're really just making a series of individually rationalized bets, okay, dressed up as a trade, okay, but you're just making a bet. You're just gambling. If it doesn't meet your criteria, you shouldn't be entering the trade. I don't care, what everyone else is doing. I get it that FOMO's hard and the markets have been going straight up in a line. Everybody wants to get in on all these hot trades and stuff. If it doesn't meet your criteria, don't do it. Right? And Mark Douglas called this trading your beliefs about the market rather than what the market's actually showing you. I usually will put it in the context of trade what you see, not what you think or hear out there. So having a great checklist is how you can override that and make yourself more successful. So why? This is the most important question you got to ask yourself in trading is that systematic traders, they are going to enter situations where their system has a defined, historically validated edge, and they execute that with consistency over time. Gambling's when you're entering an uncertain situation and you're just hoping for a favorable outcome and you don't have a defined edge, and your edge is your trading plan, your edge is your system. So without a clear answer to the above questions before every entry, you're not trading a system. You're making a series of individual bets. Each one's rationalized by whatever story your mind constructs here in the moment. Our approach here at the Income Navigator service is built exactly on this principle, which is strategy and trade plan based. Our strategy, whether it be our zero DTE credit spreads, our 1-1X bear trap trades, our dynamic poor man covered call trades, the weekly put credit spread trades, the naked puts, future strangles, and some of the other trades that we put on, including covered strangles and our SPY naked put strategies. They all have defined parameters. Okay, they all have defined risk. They all have stop loss rules. Okay, the qualification question is how you verify before you enter whether this trade's going to work or not. Okay, are you executing a system rather than overriding it or ignoring it? When a qualified trade loses, it becomes data. Okay, when an unqualified trade loses, it's a lesson and an expensive one. Okay, you're going to lose some trades, but if you put it on with all the correct parameters up front, it's going to make you more valuable. And it's really going to sink in that I did the right thing. It didn't work out. Not every trade works out. Okay, but you have some data to go on. When you threw on a trade willy-nilly that had no structure to it and no reason to get in, okay, you gambled, you made a bet, and you lost. All right, so let's talk about the four-pillar qualification framework that we teach here at Income Navigator. I'm going to share my screen so you can get a sense of what this looks like and maybe follow along a little bit with it. Is every strategy that's in your plan has a predefined entry condition, and you've got to confirm them all. Okay, every single one of them before you can enter a trade. Close enough is not a qualifier. Let's go through some of the strategies that we use. It's not all of them, but this is a good sense of them. We have zero DTE credit spreads. Okay, the entry trigger. I mean, I'm not going to give you every single piece here because some of them are more intricate, but we're looking for a trend or reversal on the 15 and 3 minute charts. We're using technical analysis. We've got a great win rate on these. We're up I believe I'm up over 70, $80,000 this year just on zero DTE alone because I follow the plan. Okay, I don't just put it on willy-nilly out there. If it doesn't meet my criteria, I'm either not trading or B, we'll look at a different strategy based upon what we do see. All right, the dynamic poor man covered call trade. You know that's one of our favorite trades out there. They've been doing great. I just closed an SPX one for about 135% in 1 year. We've got a QQQ one on that's over 120% already in about a year. So these are doing fantastic. But this is all about the short strike selection. Yes, there's some leap criteria as well to get into it, but it's about that dynamic short strike selection based upon the market regime, or we use the in the money strategy, which also gives you a lot of safety as well as just consistent weekly income out there. All right. On the 1-1x bear traps, we've been doing these for quite some time. The bear trap trade gives you, okay, a trade based on a defined criteria signal. Okay, how do we set this up? Where do we place our put debit spreads? Okay, where do we place our naked puts? Does the market and the regime, okay, coincide with exactly how we're setting that particular trade up? Again, these are dynamic, and you hear that a lot from us is we like dynamic trades where what's the regime? Is it bullish, neutral, bearish? And then we modify or don't trade based upon the fact that it meets those criteria. All right, we have a weekly put credit spread trade, phenomenal trade. Okay, we put these on Mondays, typically, sometimes Tuesdays, but we're using delta and our premium targets, and we have a few rules about the entrance on this trade. If it's not met, we don't trade. I haven't traded it for the last, I think, 4 weeks now. Why? Well, the market's been going up. Would they have been successful? 100% they would have been successful, most likely, but it didn't meet my criteria. Okay, it didn't meet the parameters for entry, so I didn't put it on. Okay, I'm disciplined enough, okay, to only stick to my parameters and my trade strategies and my plan, no matter what the market is doing. Right? And our future strangles, another great trade. We have defined criteria for entry and exit. The entry criteria, we're using our specific delta, we're using our specific DTE of expirations. We set our manual stops on these right at entry. We have a specific plan for these. All right, so that's number one. Again, that's the entry criteria. Do you use a specific entry criteria, not just some guys out there said do it? Pillar number two, the market context. This is your regime. Different strategies belong in different regimes. Deploying a strategy outside of its intended, market context is a plan violation. It's not a judgment call. Okay, we got to stick to the plan. There's always going to be a trade out there, and I'm going to use again some of our strategies like the zero DTE SPX trades that we do. Okay, the best regime we like low to mid VIX. And range bound trade. Obviously, anybody should if you're placing these. I don't mind even a little bit of a trend, but I like VIX when it's somewhere between 17 and maybe 25. Cautious regime would be something that's heading north of 25 or north of 30 for sure. Okay, and then any FOMC days, gap opens, VIX spikes, things like that. Okay, those are regimes where we're going to avoid this trade. Okay, so we're looking at the market context. Our weekly SPX trade, we love a neutral to bullish regime, but we're really looking at RSI here. Okay, so we're looking to make sure that our criteria meets what we're doing, but the best regime is going to be neutral to bullish, but we don't want something that's just raging one direction or another. The dynamic poor man covered call trade, well, that's pretty flexible, but a mild uptrend to sideways is perfect for these trades. We want to avoid regimes where we're having strong whipsaws and no real market direction or a lot of uncertainty. And then we also we want to at least be cautious there, and we definitely want to avoid sharp downturns. Okay, if the market is heading south, okay, even though our in-the-money strategy is probably going to pay off, stay out. Okay, evaluate the trade. The bear trap trades. Okay, we want low VIX, we want stable underlyings. Okay, we get a little bit more cautious as VIX starts to rise, and we definitely want to avoid a VIX spike out there with these. Okay. Wow, Tom, as a premium seller, don't you like when volatility is higher? Not really. Okay. It's okay. Okay, that it's maybe mildly elevated, but I don't want super high VIX of 30 plus where the market's just yo-yoing every single day. And, that's not calm and steady enough for me. I want to be a little safer and I want a little bit more of a calm regime. And then obviously strangles. We love the little higher premium, low direction environments. Maybe it's trending a little bit here, but we definitely don't want a news-driven, one-sided moving type of market that's heading either straight up or straight down. We don't want that for futures. We have specific criteria for those. So there's our regime there. What are we doing about risk? Well, you can meet your entry criteria and still fail the risk check. Okay, and we want to make sure we're adhering to the risk. Oops, didn't mean to expand that up. Sorry about that. Let's get back into it. All right, so we want to make sure the risk makes the most sense here. Okay, stop multiples and the risk that we have, they're non-negotiable. They're not guidelines, they're defined risk trades. Okay, doesn't mean it's unlimited, that the trade itself is defined risk, but we have defined our risk before we go into it. Okay, zero DTE spreads and our strangle trades, we stop those out at a 2.5x loss to the credit we receive. Same thing with the weekly put credit spreads. Same thing with our future strangles. For any naked put trades we do, we have a 3x stop. And the dynamic poor man cover call, there is no stop on these things, at least not on the calls. Okay, we're going to be rolling those, and we're going to be applying the new deltas or the new positions based upon our average true range and the regime that we're in. Now, on the leaps themselves, yes, we also do have a stop on those, or at least on the overall trade. If we hit a certain multiple on the overall trade, leaps, including the covered calls, we do exit the trade. Okay, so we haven't had that really happen, but if it does, we'll get out. Right. And then pillar 4 is just timing confirmation here. Economic events, FOMC announcements, earnings that are happening, maybe even dividends. Those are all timing confirmation things. We're going to make sure we don't have those types of announcements. We don't have earnings. Okay. We don't have, again, anything else that could pop up, any intraday catalysts. Now, we know that anything can happen in this environment. There can be a tweet that sends stocks up or down. Who knows what's going to happen? Okay, but we're doing our best to try to avoid as many known things as possible here. All right, so I hope these things help you. I want you to put together a pre-trade qualification checklist. Did you meet your entry criteria? Is the market regime correct? Okay, is the volatility regime correct? Okay, are there any macro events that could potentially happen? Do you have the sufficient buying power here? Do you have your stop levels confirmed? And does this adhere to those levels that if you hit your stop, it doesn't exceed your max loss that you allocate for these types of trades? Okay, we want to make sure that you're hitting your checklist. So you should have this 5 to 10 point checklist that we share with our members in the Income Navigator service. We want to make sure that they're adhering to those checklists and not ignoring it, because the most dangerous trade is the one that maybe almost qualifies. It has most of the things right, but one pillar fails. Well, if it fails and the trade fails, you failed because you didn't adhere to your rules. You went to close enough is good enough. Well, no, it's not. Okay, it's going to teach you bad habits. Okay, Mark Douglas in Trading the Zone said, the best traders have trained their minds to think in terms of probabilities. They have rules they abide by. They don't just know the rules, they act on them consistently without internal debate. And that's what I'm sharing with you today is You can't be half in or partially in or 80% in. Okay. You're playing the probabilities, but you're also sticking to the rules that you have set. Have you defined your rules? Okay? It's not just a red tape hurdle here. It's your edge. Your edge is your strategy. Your edge are your rules and your consistency of following those rules over time. Okay? It's consistent execution that causes you the most problems. All right, so let me share a few things here as a takeaway as we wrap it up. Okay, remember, every trade must answer one question: does this setup qualify under my written plan? Understand here the four pillars: entry criteria, market context or regime, risk confirmation, and timing. All fillers have to be able to pass. Also remember too that your stop multiples are plan rules, not suggestions. They are non-negotiable. Okay. Just because you think, oh, this could turn around any day and I'm at a 3x stop and it should only be a 2x stop, but I'm going to let it go a little bit more because I think it's going to reverse. It's not. Okay. And the most dangerous thing is if it does reverse and you got lucky, you'll do it again. Okay. And the next time you won't be so lucky and it'll be a astronomical loss. The dynamic poor man covered calls, those legs carry no stops. Okay. If the covered call intrinsic loses, okay, it's going to be offset by leaps appreciation. Okay. We're going to track that and we're going to track our extrinsic. So we're not really worried about the ups and downs, especially when we go in the money on the dynamic poor man covered call. A 90-second pre-trade checklist is an absolute operational tool that you must have. Okay, join the Discord, come and get it. We'll give you the checklist. Okay, but once you understand exactly how to follow your trade plan and your checklist, you're going to become a much more effective trader. And then lastly here, when a qualified trade loses, it becomes data. When an unqualified trade loses, okay, it's going to become a lesson to you. Make sure you know the difference. All right, last thing I want to share is if you have found value in what we're teaching here and some of the education, I want you to become a better trader. We're having a phenomenal sale this weekend, the Memorial Day sale. We're giving you 40% off the first month of your subscription here. So the first month here, 89 bucks and 40 cents. Come and join us. Go to incomenavigator.com/DPMCC. Okay. If you want to join and get into the dynamic poor man covered call course, which is also going to be 40% off, or you can just go to incomenavigator.com itself and you can get 40% off our subscription membership here for the first month. All you got to do is use code MDW2026 2026 at the checkout. Get your 40% off. Okay. Get into the community, get some of these tools. Let us help you build your trade plan. We're going to share our trades, our strategies with you. The dynamic poor man covered call course, phenomenal. Okay. You're going to get a lot out of that. You can sign up for that at 40% off this weekend as well. Do something here that's going to benefit you, improve your knowledge. It's not just a bunch of trade alerts and such. We really focus on education. Our live trading sessions, almost 4 days a week here, are structured around education and learning and not a bunch of, hey, I'm going to put this trade on and not tell you what it is. We're going to go through every account. We're going to go through every position. We're going to evaluate the positions. We're going to teach you how to evaluate the positions. We're going to teach you how to put the trades on, when to put the trades on, why we don't put certain trades on. And you've got a great community where you can ask questions, learn a lot from them. So I think you'll love it. We'd look to see you in the Discord. Come and join us now over the weekend. We'll give you some great things when we see you there. Have a great weekend. Take care.